Hey gang, it's Bryan from FXBilliards. Before I let this video run, let me answer a couple things that I know are going to come, and it's usually from people who aren't paying attention or don't understand anything other than somebody playing 8-ball. What I'm doing in this video is simply breaking and shooting off balls in no particular order. This is something each of you should be practicing, and no particular order. There are no rules. You just break the balls and shoot them off. So let's talk about the reasons you miss easy shots. So I was just bouncing around YouTube and I saw that one of the creators had posted a video, and I think it was titled something like 5 Reasons You Miss Easy Shots. And it occurred to me the second I read the title that there's at least 25 reasons people miss easy shots. And out of his 5 reasons, I think 3 of them were fundamentals. So let's talk about 10 reasons you miss easy shots. And I'm going to wrap fundamentals into one. So reason number 1, fundamentals. Your bridge, your stroke, your grip, your follow through, any of those things being out of whack can cause you to miss easy shots. So that takes care of fundamentals. Some of the other 9 reasons I'm going to give you kind of come close to fundamentals but aren't exactly fundamentals. A lot of them are mental, and none of the other reasons have to do with fundamentals. So now that your stroke, your follow through, your bridge, and all of that stuff is out of the way, let's look at the reasons we miss easy shots at times. Reason number 1, and this is the closest one to fundamentals. Changing your shot while you're down on the shot. If you see the shot you want to take and you get down in position and you decide, no, I'm going to play this with high left English, and you intended to originally shoot it with draw or no English or whatever the case would be. If you are changing your mind about the shot while you're down in position to shoot the shot, you need to reset. And you're going to hear me say that word about a dozen times. Reset yourself. Do not get down in your stance with the intention of shooting one shot and change it to another shot. Number 1, fundamentals. Number 2, don't change your shot while you're down. Second reason we miss easy shots is an elevated heart rate. Now, I'm not talking about being nervous necessarily, but having an elevated heart rate. If your heart is racing for any reason, you were late getting to the match, or you just went to the men's room and you came back out and it's your shot, or anything that would elevate your heart rate. There's a sexy girl sitting over in the corner. Anything that would elevate your heart rate can cause you to miss easy shots. Now, I haven't heard anybody talking about it lately, but back in the day we would do things like run on the treadmill for a quarter mile, then come back to the table and shoot, so that we would get accustomed to shooting with elevated heart rates. I know guys that did jumping jacks and push-ups, and then they'd get back on the table and shoot off balls, just to recreate that situation of a racing heart and having to shoot off balls. So an elevated heart rate is the next reason. Next, we have not being in the moment. Not being in the moment simply means that your mind is on something other than the shot at hand. It might be on the entire match. It might be on an argument you had with somebody earlier. It might be on what you're going to do after the game. But not being in the moment happens all the time. Stay in the moment. You've got one thing to think about: putting that ball in the pocket and getting position if you need to get position on your next shot. The next reason is position play. You have an easy shot, but you need to get in position for another shot. So you're, again, not in the moment. You are on that next shot. And this is a problem usually with better players. Lower ranked players are happy enough just to get the ball in the pocket, especially beginner players. The more advanced you are, the more ahead you're looking in your rack. So you're more likely to miss this easy shot while you're thinking about getting position on the next shot. So get your position in your mind, get down on your stance, and think about making the ball in the pocket. Let the cue ball do the work for you after that. You should have already done all the mapping out in your head before you got down in your stance. The next reason is a miscue. When people think about miscuing, they think about those situations where you just totally, the ball is just off the table, or you don't even manage to hit the object ball. But miscuing goes far beyond that. Miscuing can be a subtle thing. If you don't have proper chalk on your stick, if you don't have a proper tip, and you're shooting with just the slightest bit of English, it's very easy to make that shot off. And sometimes it's so subtle you don't even realize it. So you might not even call it a miscue, but the tip of the cue is sliding off the ball in an angle that you didn't intend. So make sure you're chalking up, make sure you have a quality tip, and understand that you may miscue without realizing that it was a miscue. The next item, doing more than you need to do. When you get down on a shot and you're playing position on another shot, don't get greedy. If you're going to leave yourself a 4-foot shot, it is what it is. You don't have to overdo things by trying to turn your 4-foot shot into a 2-foot shot. If you can't make the 4-foot shot, you didn't have position anyway. So don't do more than you need to do. If you can get to position with a follow shot, shoot the follow shot. If you have to put draw on it, put the draw on it. But don't put the draw on a shot that you can get position on by shooting a simple follow shot. So don't do more than you need to do. Next item, don't take the shot for granted. This is an obvious one. It's an easy shot. You've shot it 1,000 times. It is what I call a layup, and you just assume it's going in the pocket. I've had guys shoot balls and turned around to grab the rack thinking that they made the ball in the pocket, and the ball's still sitting on the table. Watch that ball go into the pocket. Don't take a shot for granted. Don't just assume you're going to make the shot. Every shot is important, and you need to carry that into your practice sessions as well. Next item, changing your routine. If your pre-shot routine involves you chalking the stick, walking around the table, practicing your stroke 3 times, and then getting down on the shot, practicing your stroke 2 more times and shooting the shot, don't change your routine simply because it's an easy shot. Whatever your pre-shot routine is, try to stick to it on each and every shot, including the easy shots. And number 9 is one that I never hear anyone talk about, but it is the number 1 reason that best players in the world miss easy shots. I have watched videos where Efren missed a crazy easy shot twice. He misses an easy shot to win the match. His opponent misses an easy shot to win the match. Efren comes up, misses another 2-foot easy shot to win the match. His opponent comes up, makes the ball, and wins. The reason this happens is because the act of winning, the act of knowing you're about to win, gives you an adrenaline rush, and you are literally shaking, knowing that it's all over and that you're about to win. I've had this happen with me playing casually against some of the best players in the world, and there's nothing at stake, but in my head I'm thinking, oh, I'm about to beat Hopkins, or I'm about to beat Massey. I've played with both of those guys recreationally, and you got this thing and you release the energy, and as a result your body is shaking and you can't even hold the cue straight, and you don't even realize it's happening sometimes. So adrenaline rush is another reason. This is actually the one reason that you cannot control. For those of you that know anything about poker, you're at a poker table and a guy's got 4 aces. You're playing Texas Hold'em, he's got 4 aces. He's playing 30, 60 or whatever the game is. The guy is shaking like you would not believe, because he knows he's about to win the pot. And he can't even get his bet out without his hand shaking. This is adrenaline being released, and he has no control over it. The same thing happens in your pool game. Adrenaline rush is another reason people miss easy shots, and no one talks about it. So remember all these things, watch the video repeatedly, and work on conquering each one of these issues as you can. I like to reward the people who stick around to the end of the video, and this is one of the sickest 8-ball runouts ever. Again, this was just a practice session, me hanging out on my own and shooting balls, and I have the high balls here because I've got a couple problem shots. The 11 is on the rail at the other end, but I had to go up and back. Now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get on that 11 ball, which is at the top of the screen. So here I just decide I'm going to make, I think that's the 10 ball. I'm just going to make it, come around the table and get in the general vicinity, what I call playing zone. And besides that 14 in the side shot, here we got another really sick shot to win the rack. And by the way, my cousins asked me, how did you know this was going to happen? You had the camera running. I try to run the camera at practice sessions, so when things happen that are good, at least you have it on tape. You can always erase the tape later. But yeah, I call this video the sickest run out. And this is old footage again from 2013, found it in the archives. Thought I'd share it with you guys. If I find anything else good, I will let you guys know. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not a subscriber, I don't know what you're doing not subscribing yet. Better get on that list. We're giving away a queue, and it's for subscribers only. So get your subscription in, and have a great day.